The Supreme Court just heard oral arguments in a case that could significantly impact the Voting Rights Act. Dia Wall has been listening in and joined us now to explain what's at stake right now.
Well, Chris, this is actually the second time the Supreme Court has heard oral arguments in this case. And at issue is Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, which prohibits voting practices or procedures that result in the denial or abridgment of the right of any citizen to vote on account of race, color, or membership in any language minority group. In March 2022, black voters and civil rights groups sued after Louisiana drew a congressional map with one majority black district out of 6 in the state, when black people make up 30% of the population in Louisiana. A district court ruled that the new map violated Section 2 and then ordered a revision with 2 majority black districts. Well, after that, a dozen non-black voters argued that map discriminated against them because it was based on race. And the fight was on, challenging 40 years of precedent. Today, the state of Louisiana argued, 1, you can draw maps on a political basis, and it's working to protect 2 influential Republican incumbent congressmen and Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and Steve Scalise. Number 2, drawing maps based on race is unconstitutional, they claim, under the Equal Protection Clause. Here's some audio from a couple of important exchanges with the state.
What you have here is that Republicans and Democrats are different. There's no
you have some that even white Republicans or white Democrats won't vote for black candidates.
Right, but if these were white Democrats, there's no reason to think they would have a second district. None. And so what is happening here is their argument is because these Democrats happen to be black, they get a second district.
The attorney representing the black voters argued the point of Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act is to prevent discrimination based on race, that without it, there will be no enforcement or guarantee of fair representation when it comes to future maps and consequently future elections.
We believe in the future of this country, and we believe that black people have a right to be part of it and to self-determine who will represent them and to be part of the future of this country.
Now we wait. If the Supreme Court decides Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act is unconstitutional, maps across the country and here in Texas could be redrawn to protect the party in power without consideration of the impact on minority voters. It's important to note the Voting Rights Act was passed after black Americans in the South faced countless barriers to vote. We're talking about poll taxes, literacy tests, even physical violence while registering. But the question that several justices asked today is, at what point has the government satisfied its burden for black and other minority voters in America? Now, Chris, listening in, it seems like the justices are poised to go ahead and rule in favor of the state of Louisiana, essentially stripping the Voting Rights Act. A final decision, and the question we all have is, how will they do that?
Yeah, this could have a profound effect on voting across the nation. Thanks so much, Dia.